Well, guys, how's she going today? So, yeah. Broke out my trusty headlamp for like the millionth times. Sure comes in handy. Like l-130's said, once you get them, can't live without them. He's damn right about that. It's changed my life completely. So, I got rid of my old police security one because it broke, so just got that. So, been happy with it. I've used it a couple times. I used it at night. I was doing something on the house. I can't remember what the hell I was doing, but it was late. It was late at night. I was getting to be about 10 o'clock and just wanted to get it done because they were threatening rain. This was a few days ago, and that come in handy. If I didn't have it, I wouldn't be able to do anything at night. So it's also handy when you crawl underneath the grain truck too, because you can't see shit underneath there. So, yeah, so we'll talk about the grain truck because that's just kind of the point of this video. I know a lot of you guys are... One guy was saying to remove the shifter and feel the transmission that way. Well, I don't think you can do that because I think it's kind of the same thing as what Big Red is. The shifter technically holds itself together from the inside of the transmission. I don't think there is any way of removing it from the top side. Not really too sure on that, but from just glancing at it, that's what it looks like. So if you want to take the shifter out, well, you gotta take the transmission out. So I'm not doing that. That's not gonna happen. It's not worth it. So, but the l-130's swears that it's there on the side, and yeah. So I made some videos here, and I'll post them here, showing you guys what I can see. The l-130's kind of was talking about the parking brake lever that he says it was kind of, I guess, over there somewhere in that area. So I looked, and you guys will see it on video, that there's really nothing there. There is one thing there, but that looks like it's round to me. I'm not even sure what the hell it is. I don't know if that's it or not, but there's multiple of those little round things on each side of the transmission. So, I mean, if one of those is the fill, well, you know, I think you could pretty much take any one. So, because there's two on each side, I kind of thought maybe they were just to kind of help hold the transmission together. Maybe with some kind of a squeezy device they put in there. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know if you know, if that's it or not. But I also show that little bolt that has the plate behind it. That's really the only thing that I can think of. But you know, see, the thing is too, is one, that's kind of low, and I don't know how you'd be able to fill it, because you wouldn't be able to get any kind of a filler device in there, because I think that hole would be too damn small for a of any kind of thing to fill it with. So I'm not really sure. And I know l-130's says that it wouldn't be on the top of the transmission. No, it wasn't there, but it was kind of an interesting thing to look. I didn't get the cover off 100%. I had a screw that was stubborn, and well, it wasn't really stubborn, it's just that you couldn't get it. The slot for the flathead screwdriver was not in great shape, so the screwdriver just kind of kept slipping out. So I didn't bother with it. I just said to hell with it. I just worked with what I had, and I was able to see enough to justify that there's nothing there. So that is just how that's going to be, I guess. But so yeah. So in the video, I can't even remember what I was showing in the video, but Ooh. Yeah, I just didn't really see anything. All I saw was that little bolt that had that plate behind it, and that plate was holding up that pump. I'm pretty positive of it. And that was kind of just it. And there were some other bolts there too, but I think they were actually holding the park brake lever parts, you know, against the transmission. So I don't just, and they looked awful small too. I think Roosty 6 said it would be a square bolt, which kind of makes sense because everything else is square. The rear end's got a square fill in it. The transmission's got a square dump or drain, you know, plug as well. Everything's square. So why the hell isn't that? You know? I mean, where the hell is it, you know? So it's just one of those, you know, sons of bitches, you know, that you just, it's going to be a fight. Reese 6 said to go take a look at this forum. He gave me a link to the forum or whatever, and I haven't found anything useful as of yet, but I'm still trying to figure out their layout. Their website's a little stupid, but they're all stupid when you haven't been on it before. And you're trying to learn how they got their layout going and whatever. But they do have a link on their website for books for the truck. But I don't know if they're the right ones for the truck or not. They say they are, but then when you get into them, it says that they're for a totally different truck. So I don't know. But I need to get some damn books on this truck. Even if they're just some cheap ones off of eBay or something. I don't know. I think the ones that I got for the 1586, I think they come off of eBay as well. Well, pretty much all my books that I've ever ordered from all my machines have come off of eBay. So, because they don't need to be fancy, they just need to tell me what the hell to do. Show me some pictures or some words or something and explain it to me, and I'm good with it. I don't need, you know, a high class book, you know. So, but I don't know. Might look around on eBay a little bit more too and see what I can look there. But Roosty 6 said to go check out that forum or that website, whatever, and try to look there. As of yet, I haven't found anything. I did find a couple things on the transmission, but they just, the car alarm, they didn't help me out. It didn't have the information that I was looking for. So as of yet, I haven't studied their website hard enough yet. Because if I stare at it too long, then I go mad. So there's a lot of damn milkweeds out here too. So I don't know. I'll just keep peeking around on that website every now and then, see what I can find. But yeah, I just don't know. This transmission is just a son of a bitch to figure out. I've never seen it, so like it's mind blowing to me anyway. I know there's probably some guys out there that are like, you're an idiot. I know every inch of my truck. Well, here's the thing. No, you probably grew up with your truck and you've probably worked on your truck all your life. This truck has been sitting since before I was even born, and it's been sitting ever since. And I don't know whatever happened to all the original paperwork. I have no clue where any of that went. I'm never going to find it. I can't ask the great grandparents because they're no longer here, so I can't get any information out of them. So it's really difficult when, because I mean, I don't really expect people to leave the paperwork with the truck because then the rats and stuff will get to it. So that's understandable from that point of view, but it sucks because it's not there, you know. So, and I don't know what happened to I don't even know, you know, when my great grandparents bought the truck, if they even got paperwork with it, you know, like an operator's book and parts book and stuff like that. You think they would have, but I think when it came time for heavy maintenance like that, I think they just took it somewhere and had it done. Because there's really only so much we can do as mechanics. Sure, we can change engine oil. That's pretty damn simple. But, you know, if you tell me to take the transmission out of that grain truck, it's not going to happen because, one, I'm not going to know how to take it out without damaging anything, and two, it's all new territory. That's the thing with the 1586s. That's all new territory for me too. I'm still learning things about this tractor. You know, even though, yes, after all these years I've owned it, I should know everything, but I don't. Because I haven't had to tear the tractor that far apart to, you know, learn stuff. So, and there are some things on the tractor that I do want to do that should be simple. Like the blower motor, that needs to be replaced. Well, I think it's just a 4-wire, so I can find them pretty much anywhere. But it's just the fact to come up with the moolah to order one, because they're kind of spendy and yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. See, you know, it's the same thing with the grain trucks. All new territory, you know. I'm still learning things about it, and it's just going to take, you know, get rid of this log. It's going to take a while to figure stuff out, and that's just the way it's going to be, I guess. It sucks because I want to get things going. I want to change the transmission oil and the rear end oil. Like, I want to get it done. So then I know that, you know, it's good to go. So, but yeah, on the transmission, I don't know. You know, you guys will see the video. Imagine I've already posted it and overlaid it onto this video. But I don't know where to look. And it is a biatch to be under that truck. So, because you'll see it in the video, I showed that there's literally probably like an inch between my gut and I think it was the frame rail. So it's not really a pleasant thing to be crawling underneath that truck. So it probably would help if the truck was on some ramps. I probably should order some, but again, I can get them fairly cheap on Harbor Freight. They actually got a set there that I want, and that are going to be more than strong enough for this size of truck. We have ramps, but my uncle says they're not built heavy enough to withstand the weight of that truck, because this truck's a lot heavier than even the 1500 that we have. So he wouldn't think so, but yeah, because back then they used a lot heavier steel. That's why these trucks were, you know, they were just simply built like tanks. They were built to last. So not like these newer things where they fall apart after a couple of weeks, and then you got to go buy a new one. So, but yeah, so I don't know. That rear end's or the transmission's a some bitch. The rear end, though, I made a video on that as well. I'll post that here too. I think Greasy6 said that the plug should be 1/2 inch. The square hole, whatever plug, you know, should be 1/2 inch. Should take a 1/2 inch socket or ratchet. No, it's in the video. It you know, from what I can see, it's way smaller than that. And I'm pretty sure I've taken something that, well, I don't know if that was 1/2 inch or not, but I'm pretty sure that breaker bar we have was either 3/8 or 1/2 inch, but everything I had just simply would not fit, and 1/2 inch is just too big. Maybe on the bigger trucks, you know, that's obviously bigger than this, maybe it'd make sense, because they probably would have a bigger rear end in them, you know. So it's just whatever for whatever I had for ratchets, it was either too damn small or it was too big. So that's why I think it took some kind of a special like socket, like a hex socket or something. I don't know. It's really stupid, but I found the drain, or not the drain, but the fill, and I showed that in the video too, and that's a square some bitch as well. Well, I took that out after I got done making the video there, and I just wanted to see what was inside, because I figured, well, I had the headlamp here, so I figured, well, break the thing free, took it out, looked inside. It needs to be cleaned. To me, it looks like it needs to be cleaned, but I stuck my pinky in there because that's the only thing that was small enough to fit in that hole, and it is still full. Like, it's full to where it should be, so it's got plenty of oil in it. So at least I know it's not being damaged. It's not running dry. It's not being ran dry, but the oil is a little brown. Maybe it was always brown, I don't know, but it's brown, and it doesn't smell burnt or anything, so I just think it's old. It still smells like oil. Like, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't smell burnt, it just smells like oil, so, like it probably should be, or like it should, but it just looked a little brown, and I just want to dump it anyway. It'll just make me feel a little bit better. But yeah, at least it's not empty. I'm happy about that. So I feel a little bit better, but it's just the fact that I can't drain it to, change it out. I don't even know if I would have to put diesel fuel in there to clean it. I think the new oil probably would do it. Like, you could run it for maybe a couple of years and then dump it again. See, the problem is that we're not driving this truck enough to really get anything to be clean anyway. Because I don't think driving it in the field, even though we're in second gear, I'm not going wide open throttle with it in second gear, so we're not really flying across the field. So I don't think the oil is getting up where it needs to be to clean the whole pumpkin out, so, but the first time I stuck my pinky in there, there was some junk on my finger, and I thought, oh, is that in the oil? So I cleaned off my pinky again, and I stuck it back in there, and the oil came out clean, so I think it was just a plug. The plug had some junk on it, and I guess it got in the threads a little bit when I went to put my pinky in there, and kind of threw me for a loop again. But the oil seems clean, but it's, like I said, it's a little brown, so it probably, maybe it's okay, but I still want to dump it anyway, put some fresh stuff in it and run it like that for a while, and then maybe clean it again, dump it and change it again. I don't know, but she's I don't know. I just don't know. So that's the problem. I didn't grow up driving this truck. I didn't grow up fixing it or anything like that. So this is all new territory to me. So there's really not much I can do about it. I mean, sure, I'm asking probably stupid questions. To a lot of you guys, they're probably thinking, well, these are stupid questions. To you, they probably are, because, you guys drive these type of trucks, and you've worked on these trucks all your lives, and whatever else. For me, I have not, so this is, technically my first time, working on a truck. Sure, I got it running, which, took a couple of years. The engine broke free, I think, last year. Yeah, last year, I think it didn't take long for it to break free. It only took probably maybe a week or so, but yeah, we never got to change the oil right away, and do other stuff. So we just never really got it running that year, but we did. Was it this year that we got it running? Oh, I don't even fucking remember. Yeah, I think it was. We got it running early in spring. So, but yeah, I would just, like I said, I just feel better if I could change the oils out and know that they're good and clean and they'll knock any of the junk loose. But yeah, I don't know what that square hole size is, in that plug, the drain for the axle, because it's not 1/2 inch and it's just not really anything I have. What I do have, you think would work, but it don't. So that's why I just don't get it. It's confusing because but that's another reason too why I think it takes a special socket or something, like a square or hex socket or something. I don't really know, but it takes some kind of a stupid special tool. I don't know. Well, even if the truck came with its own tools, they're long gone. See, that's kind of the thing, well, with Big Red. When I bought Big Red brand new, it come with a couple tools. One was to change the belt out. You had a tool that you could do that. Well, that tool is actually a 2-in-1. You could change the tension in the shocks and then change your belt. And then I think it came with an Allen key. And I think that Allen key was also a 2-in-1. It had one end with a hex thing on it, and then the other one I think just had like a Phillips head on it or something. So I mean, pretty much usually when you buy new stuff you get tools, but who knows if the grain truck ever came with them back in the day, and if they did, they're no longer there because I ain't seeing nothing. So I did find a hand crank though. Don't know what the hell that ever went to, because I don't think the grain truck ever had a hand start. The Farm LA has that hand crank, so if you can't start it with the battery or something, then you can always hand start it, so. But the grain truck has one too, but I don't think it's actually meant for the grain truck. I wonder if it wasn't meant for something else that my great grandparents had, and they just kept it in there. Or maybe when they bought the truck from the other guy, maybe he had that for another engine or something. Who knows what this truck did in his past life. So past life before us. So it would be kind of interesting if we could run that truck through a system. Maybe some history would come up on it, but I'm trying to remember a website that lets you do that, but I don't think that old truck would be on there anyway. But I think, Carfax is one of them, but I don't think they do what I'm thinking. They only do vehicles that are, I think, actually for sale on their website. But I'm thinking of another website that lets you kind of do the same thing as Carfax, but they're not selling any vehicles. They're just kind of listing them, So, oh, there's a skunk. Let's not get too close to him. So, I don't know if he even hears me. Probably not. I don't know how good their hearing is, but you're not going to be able to see him, but he's over here somewhere. He's getting way up there now. He's probably heading to the house. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess it is just what it is. I mean, oh, he's got his tail up. He knows I'm coming. Or a dirt bike or something. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just kind of one of those interesting things that I don't know, So I just don't know what it will take to, I guess, to figure it out. I don't know. We ran back into the woods now. So yeah, I don't know where. I'm still going to check out those forums, or that forum that he gave me, or that website, but I don't really know if that's going to really have what I want. It might, I just haven't found it yet. But it's just going to be, should be an interesting thing. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it takes some kind of a special socket for that bolt for the transmission, or for the axle, but if we'll find it, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to order some of those hex sockets off of Harbor Freight there. I don't know if they'll be the right ones or not, but I got nothing to lose by trying because I need them anyway. So it's not going to be a waste of money because I need them anyway. So, but I don't know. It's frustrating in a way because I don't really know what I'm looking for, but yet I'm trying to learn, but there's only so much I can learn one day. So I know that Reese 6 said that I guess it would have been his brother or something. I don't know. I guess he's got an L-130 as well, but it hasn't moved in years. It would still be interesting to see that truck because I would like to see how his truck is set it up. If it's a grain box or a flatbed or what. They're just interesting. It's interesting to see how each truck's been set it up. Ours is set up to be a grain truck. Even though I'm trying to get into a flatbed now to haul hay. But, how hard it would be to build sides to haul grain again if we really had to haul grain. But you ain't going to be getting much in that box anyway because it's not really that big of a box. So, but I don't know. It would be, I guess it would just be interesting, to see how his truck is set it up. But he says it hasn't moved in years. So, probably means that it's probably buried in tree branches and shit too. Ours wasn't, but that's just, I think because the cows always kept the trees from growing around them and whatever else. So, I don't know. There is another international truck cab down here in the trees. It's not an L truck though, L series truck. It's a different model of a truck. I think I looked a couple years ago, but I can't remember now. But that truck has been stripped. So I'm guessing the motor must have went bad in it, and then they just parted it out. All that was left was the truck cab. So it went down there in the woods, but it's still a damn international. Probably wouldn't be worth saving, but kind of hurts the old gut here too, because it's an international. I got a thing for international. I like them. And then, it's probably something my grandparents probably drove at one time too. I don't know. And just kind of sitting down there getting chewed at from the river. So, but I don't know. It is what it is. Nothing really to do about it. So it's missing a door, and the windows are all blown out, and seats rotted beyond. There's nothing left of the seats, just the springs. So she's probably not salvageable, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I imagine with time, we'll figure it out. And it's just, with time, we'll figure it out. I'll have to, just spend some money and, get this and get that and pray that it's what I'm looking for. Because if not, then I gotta cry about it. So, but it is what it is though. So, I guess it'll come around, or I'll find it eventually, the stuff I'm looking for. So, for now, all I can do is, if I can't figure out the transmission thing, then I'll just have to be let go for now, and then hopefully those hex sockets will fit. One of them will fit, and can at least change the transmission or the rear end oil. And it's not going to really matter too much in the winter because the truck will just be sitting. So, but I kind of would like to, like I said, change it so I know that it's fresh stuff. And it might be low too. I know that's probably why the transmission doesn't sound the healthiest, but so I'm trying to avoid driving it until I can check the oil and make sure that it has what it needs. But it is what it is. So anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So yeah, I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.